Hi everyone, welcome back to another vlog, and I know you must be surprised to see another vlog this soon. Normally, I do keep a gap of minimum 3 days between my videos, and this time it was pretty quick. The reason I wanted to upload it quickly was because I had prepared something special for my family a week back, and that was very easy yet delicious. It's different from the usual traditional Kerala dishes I normally prepare most of the time now being in Kerala. Ever since we came back from Riyadh, I don't cook much of Arabic dishes. And coming to Kerala, we and especially I love to eat more of our traditional cuisine. I don't know why, maybe because we don't get that authentic Arabic taste from any restaurant here. Or I do feel to cook more of our Kerala dishes, plucking organic vegetables from our garden. Having said all these, I still miss the Mandi and desserts we used to have at Romancia in Riyadh. Anyway, after so long, I decided to cook something with an Arab touch. I was surfing the net, browsing Google to check for something different other than the usual mandi, kabsa, or any other, and found this dish named Chicken Fatteh. I guess I'm pronouncing it right. There are different recipes of the same, and of course, when I make, I try to give a touch of mine all time. The sister who comes home for helping me was on leave today. So anyway, I took in charge of the kitchen completely, which I'm not used to these days, so prepared an easy breakfast too. My kids, or I guess any kids, love noodles. And Arman had been asking me from so long. It's not the healthiest at all, but once in a while I prepare this for them so that even I can have a taste. Yes, even I love noodles. And along with that, prepare an egg dish. I guess it's a Turkish breakfast dish. Really simple but amazingly delicious. I think the name is chilbir or egg kapama. Hope the pronunciation is right. This might not be the authentic one. As I said, I try to give a touch of mine in every dish I prepare. You will have to boil the number of eggs you need. Here I'm using 4. For the spices, I use red chili powder, turmeric powder, black pepper powder, salt, then goes in some garlic powder and onion powder. Give a mix and keep that aside. That's noodles being added to hot boiling water for 3 minutes. Heat a pan for the Turkish dish. Melt butter, a medium block. Then add the spice mix and make sure it's on low flame so that the spice powders doesn't burn. Half each the boiled egg and place facing downwards. Pour the butter on top of each halved egg. Crushing some more black pepper and some herbs such as oregano and basil. Finally, grating some cheese on top. Here I'm using mozzarella cheese. You may use any of your choice. Leave it as such for a minute on low flame and it's done. I had used the masala mix from the noodles, and in goes the boiled noodles. Time to serve the breakfast. After doing all the cleaning and dishwashing, I took a short rest before I began for the lunch preparation. That's my jaggery tea, which I told I have once in a while. I love the taste of tea when adding dry ginger powder, some cardamom pods, and for sweetness, a spoon of melted palm jaggery. Later add tea powder and brew for a minute to have for my mid-morning break. For the chicken fatteh, I thought I wanted thick yogurt, but later realized it's fine to use normal one. I just strained a bit and kept in the fridge until I needed it. Earlier we used to get very sour curd and I never liked it, nor my kids. But thankfully we get it the same as of Almara yogurt. Chicken fatteh is basically a layered dish which has rice, fried pita bread, chickpeas, a yogurt tahini mix and some shredded fried chicken. Either rice or chickpeas is normally seen using, but here I'm using both for a change. Using 2 cups basmati rice and soaking in water for around 15 minutes. Meanwhile, cooking the chickpeas that I had soaked in water early morning. I forgot to soak it overnight, but it's totally fine as it's been soaking for around 4 hours. Add that to a pressure cooker. Cook adding some water and salt on medium flame for 5 to 6 whistles. I couldn't get ready-made tahini in the supermarket near our home, so had to make it myself, which I guess I have shown multiple times in my vlogs earlier. Roast white sesame seeds until light golden shade. Make sure you're roasting on low flame. If you roast to a dark brown color, tahini would have that bitter taste. To cook the rice, this is chicken stock around 3.5 cups taken for 2 cups rice, adding some more salt as it was less. This is optional, that's Mandi spice mix. I'll share the ingredients used in this in the description box. Waiting till it boils. The chickpeas is perfectly cooked. When the roasted sesame seeds are still warm, grind to a smooth paste in a mixer grinder. And here you get what's called tahini. To make it more creamier, you can add some sunflower oil if you want. The stock is boiling and time to add the drained rice. Give a mix. Cover the cooker, lock the pressure, cook on high flame till first whistle, then lower the flame and cook for 5 minutes. Now for the chicken, you can add spices, marinate the chicken and straight fry in a pan till cooked. But here I am first cooking it in a pressure cooker, adding the spices so that it saves time. I added red chili powder, turmeric powder, coriander powder, garam masala powder and some oil along with salt. Add the chicken pieces. Here it's cut in 4 pieces and 1 piece will be used for the salad to have along with the chicken fatteh. Add quarter to half cup water and cook the chicken on medium flame for 2-3 whistles. After the pressure is all released, open the lid and leave it as such for 5 minutes. That's store-bought pita bread, slice into squares. Use a fork and mix the rice. Here I've used olive oil to fry the pita bread. You may deep fry, shallow fry or even toast it in an oven till crispy. Chicken is cooked. Here the chicken we get needs more time to cook, so I have cooked for 3 whistles. But elsewhere it might need just 1 whistle, so you may do accordingly. That's cucumber for salad. You may use other vegetables like carrot, cabbage, broccoli and such. The pita bread is done. Adding more oil to fry the chicken. I'm using the stock as well. There's lots of flavors in there. Let it evaporate and the spices gets mixed with the chicken. Keep on medium-low heat and let that simmer. Meanwhile, onto the dressing for the salad. Here I'm using low-fat mayonnaise and that's the only one I could get. You may use any type. To that goes in tahini paste, then dark soy sauce, sweet red chili sauce, garlic powder. That's cheddar cheese powder. If you can't get this, you may use any spreadable cheese. Mix really well. Then goes in chopped cucumber and any other veggies if you're using. Add some of the cooked chickpeas. This is one of the chicken pieces I had kept aside to shred. Add that to the salad. Mix well, and this tastes good when cold, so do keep in the refrigerator for some time. Meanwhile, the chicken kept for shallow frying is done, and shred that as well. I removed all the bones. Keep mixing in the oil for a couple of minutes and that's done. That's thick yogurt from the fridge. Goes into a bowl. Some crushed garlic. Add some tahini paste. Some salt and black pepper powder. Mix really well. As I said earlier, I shouldn't have made it thick as it needs to be a bit loose in texture so that you can spread easily. So I used some of the stock from the chickpeas. Time to layer the dish. Take a large serving tray, add rice as the first layer, spread evenly. Then goes in cooked chickpeas. Then add pita bread crisps. I kept some aside to add in the salad. Spread the yogurt tahini mix on top. Then goes in fried shredded chicken. In fact, you need to add fried sliced almonds on top. Unfortunately, I didn't have it at that time. And this is ready to serve. Adding the rest of the pita crisps in the salad. Mix and serve in a tray. And it's time for our lunch. I know my nutritionist might be frowning if she's seeing this video, but it's okay. I can have once in a while because I'm working out in the evening. This is what I had mentioned in my other video. When we are going in a healthy lifestyle with proper diet and exercise every day, and we lose weight till our ideal weight, taking a break like this is agreed. But it should be once in a while and not regular. The calorie from the heavy meal can be balanced by working out, so do not skip your exercise. After the delicious meal, we took some time to rest. I had to go to my parents' home to collect a parcel, so we went there later. I forgot that I was vlogging, hence didn't take much clips from there. Moreover, I was relaxing, having a good chat with my mom. Totally forgot to take proper video from there. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Do give a thumbs up if you did so. And don't forget to try the recipes. Do send me your feedback through email or Instagram. Do send me your pictures of the dishes. Would love to see them. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe everyone. See you with another video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.